Hey, what's up, everybody? It's your girl JoJo, and I'm here with the review for Love After Lockup. This is season 6, episode 2. I am definitely sorry for the late review. I had a busy weekend of sorts. As always, these Friday night shows are just no good for me. And you'll actually probably hear some things in the background because I am leaving my job as I'm doing this review for you all. So, all right, let's get into the foolery. This show is some foolishness, y'all. Like, I'm flabbergasted every time. But it's going to be a long season, so I know I need to unflabbergast myself. But let's get into this review. Okay, so we start off with Kiana going to pick up Demadrick. She's with her stepfather. I think they call him G-Paul. And, I must say, what a lovely man. Right? What a lovely man. Just a lovely father figure. Now, he got a fool for a daughter, but at least he loves her and supports her and he is there for her. I bet that mama, she probably at home hot. Like, she refused to go. They don't even mention her name. But, I am glad he's supportive of her. I do wish he was a little bit more, a little more stern. But I got a feeling that the mama is probably they probably play good cop, bad cop, and the mama probably is seen as more of the disciplinarian. So he just gonna be the cool stepdaddy. He say he coming to keep stuff in line, but the G-Paul ain't keeping nothing in line, child. He is there for moral support only. They get out there. She pick up Demadrick, she's so happy to see her man, girl. And she out there, I said, now, are y'all doing this in front of G-Paul, or was the cameras, it seemed like they was out in the open doing all this in front of G-Paul. It was a bunch of booty grabbing and kissing and twerking. I said, y'all, not in front of, I know this man just got out of jail, but not in front of G-Paul. And the thing about it, let's talk about, you know what, I'll save it for a little bit later, but I do want to talk about how these girls, I guess I'm about to say it now, huh? These girls is ready to get effed by these men fresh out of prison. Now, I'm not saying that all of them was gay for the state, all right? I don't know that. But what I do know is I watched The Sopranos, and they said on there that when you go, whatever you do inside of them prison walls don't count. So I don't know if that mentality is still prevalent or not. Somebody who has done some time or know somebody who's done some time recently, y'all can let me know. I was told that, how they say, about the rape and stuff that always go, people always talk about, that is not as prevalent as it used to be. Not from what I was told, because there are guys that are willing. So, it really ain't no need to be doing all of that. But that don't really happen as much as the movies and stuff like to portray. That's what I was told. All right. I don't know for sure. That's what I was told. But, yeah, y'all need to, whether they was, anybody that I ain't seen in a long time and I ain't dealt with in a long time, whether they've been in prison or not, you all need to be going to get some testing done. That's any partner that you get, any new sexual partner, even if y'all plan on using condominiums, y'all need to be going to get some testing done. And y'all girls need to be going to get some testing. Y'all already talking about getting pregnant. Like, what? Sperm in your body already? Oh, no, ma'am. No, ma'am. But anyway, they doing the most, child. They can't wait to get somewhere and do adult things. And Demadrick, we learned a little bit more about Demadrick's story. And Demadrick just one of them ones that you won't, what I always say, y'all, it's some kids, they like to learn the hard way. They like to get it out the mud. He was going to college. He was going to be a physical therapist, doing well. Got mixed in with the wrong crowd. I will never I do understand it, but it's unfortunate. I'll just say that. It's unfortunate that a lot of our young men, and some women get caught up in it too. But I see it very prevalent with young men. I don't know if it's the music or, it's just a community issue where it's just, whether you come from that life or not, everybody want to be street. Everybody want to be a bad boy. I cannot tell you the amount of guys I went to high school with, straight out the suburbs, came from a good family, mama and daddy, sometimes just a daddy, sometimes just a mama. But either way, came from some good surroundings. And for whatever reason, they decided they wanted to sell pills or sell drugs. Or whatever pills is drugs. But you know what I mean? Street drug versus a pharmaceutical drug. Stealing. Just doing silly stuff and getting arrested for BS. Like, it just never made sense to me. You come from a good home. You got a lot of opportunity afforded to you. Why do you want to be a hoodlum? Because it is cool. It was a way to be respected. It was those were the guys that, people saw as like, ooh, look at him. Like, they were edgy. I ain't never I wasn't one of them girls, okay? I ain't never liked none of them hoodlums. Never. I always stayed away from them in class. I ain't want them to sit next to me. If you was one of them troublemakers that the police was after, you done did a little juvie time, don't sit over here with me. I don't want that. I don't want that. Please. Okay, anyway, I done got off subject again. Let's stay on subject, y'all. So, Demadrick, we find out more about his story. He got caught up with the wrong crowd, ended up going to jail. He had a firearm. Oh, he was also shot, hence why he had a firearm on him at all times, because he was nervous about something happening to him again. Got caught with that weapon, and of course, they sent him on to jail. So he said that Kiana is somebody that had been around for a long time. He met Kiana when he was 16 and she was 12, and told her when she got a little bit older, maybe they could try something out. And I guess the time came and they dated. Y'all, Kiana is a pharmacy tech and a hairdresser. This girl ain't no slouch. Like, she not dumb, but she is a little bit, okay? When it comes to this man, she is. But anyways, they take Demadrick to, I'm guessing this is his parole officer. He's going to have to get an ankle monitor, but we find out he actually going to have to stay there where he's at. And, of course, Kiana is upset about it. She wanted to spend time with her man. They got a room and everything. You know what they thought they was about to do tonight. And she's about to be in tears, and G-Paw's telling her it's all right. He can't believe they done upset his baby girl like this. They playing games, they playing around, but the lady just explained, look, like, there's some wires were crossed. Okay, communication wasn't all the way there, but I'm sorry you didn't know, but he will not be going home with you. He will be spending the night here. All right? And lastly, y'all, now I too have struggled with my lace, but Kiana, baby, we gonna have to get this lace together. The difference is, I'm in the privacy of my home and going to work. I don't care, okay? But the people think I done struggled a little bit with the lace as well. But if you gonna be on TV, baby, I'm gonna need you to get that right. I'm gonna need you to get it right, Kiana, please. Please get this lace right. I beg of you. Or just take it off. Just take it off. Just take it off. Just take it off if you got to do that. Or get a headband. Put a headband around it. That's what I do. When it ain't right, just put the headband on. All right, next we got Savannah and Bradley. Not too much going on with them besides the fact that they're driving back. And he's talking about all the things he has to do when he gets back, all the checklists he got to do. And Brother Man let us know he's starting work back again on Monday. He does roofing and he getting right back on it on Monday. I said, that's what I'm talking about. Okay, job. J-O-B. The word of the day is job. I'm glad that Bradley getting back to it. They get a message as they're in the car, a text message from Savannah's grandma, and it reads the text message aloud. And the grandma is telling Savannah, your mom is going to have to take my place at dinner tonight. And she's telling her what they going to make and how to season it and all of that. So Savannah's laughing about the fact that her grandma trying to give her the whole rundown, the recipe. And Bradley tell her, cut that off. Because why are you planning the dinner with your mama and carrying on when you know your mama don't like me like that? And I'm not in the mood for all of that. So Bradley goes into this whole thing about the mama, how the mama don't really care for him, mainly because of the place that Savannah was in with her addiction. I'm sure the mom thought that Bradley was enabling her in some kind of way and wasn't really supporting the fact that Savannah needed to be off drugs. So he ain't really trying to deal with the mama like that. But what I'm confused about is how you not trying to deal with the mama, but you going upstairs in her house to her daughter's room. You gonna deal with me either way, baby. This is my house. You thought you was gonna walk through here and not see me? What you thought? You was going to wave and then sidestep your way up my stairs to my daughter's bedroom? I think the hell not. So he all carrying on about that. He got an attitude about it. And so when they get there, the mama, she ran into it. She gave him more of a hug than Savannah did. And that was her man. She run and jump in his arms and, oh, Bradley, you're home. I said, is the woman that don't like you in another part of the kitchen, is she upstairs? Because this can't be the woman that you said don't like you. The mom embraced him and says, I was tripping, before. I was mad at Bradley because my daughter was on drugs. And I felt like he was enabling her. I wasn't sure where his support lied. Did he want her off or did he want to keep her on? And so I didn't like him for that reason. But now I've seen the light. I'm happy he is back home. I'm hoping he is a changed man. I'm hoping their relationship is going to go well this time and they both on the same page. She talks about her advocacy for men and women in jail, and how she just has been a supporter of their story. And I'm sure with Savannah dealing with her drug addiction, she's familiar with just advocating for people and being some form of peer support and, maybe even like a second parent to some people. She seems to really be loving and encouraging. This don't seem to be the woman that don't like him. That's all I'm trying to say. So they go upstairs because Savannah let us know earlier that just like the rest of these hot and coochie women, she ready to get some. All right. But it won't be no getting none tonight. Bradley say, let's go on to sleep. I ain't really interested in all of that. Why? He lets us know in the confessionals that things are a little different now with Savannah. When they was using, Savannah was skinny. And she was very skinny. She didn't look healthy to me, though. But he said that she was about 130 pounds back then. And now, she got a little healthy weight on her. And she does. And now she's 150 pounds. And when you 5'4", I said, this mother, boy, you got your nerve. You got your nerve. Because I do believe I saw a little belly poking out from you. If I'm not mistaken, but I'm going to have to go back and watch. But boy, you got your nerve talking about it. It's a little healthy weight. She's gained some pounds since blase. I said, if you think she big, being 150 some odd pounds at 5'4", I know you would think I was a cow if you saw me in person. Because I'm not that much taller than her, and I probably got a good 20 pounds on Savannah. But anyway, he ain't really feeling no sexy time tonight. And see, I ain't saying you can't have a standard for yourself, because you can. I understand. I get it. You like what you like. But if I just got out of jail, okay. If I just got out of jail and some hot pocket is being offered, then you ain't even got to get no microwave, baby. Give it here. Give it here. Give it to me. But he said things have changed, and I think that she probably is a little aware of it. She talks about how she grew up in her life. She was a bigger girl, and she ended up, I think she said she was about 300 pounds, and she ended up getting a sleeve. And of course, that took her weight down significantly. And then she also had a tummy tuck. But as she says, there's still more work to be done. Now, I would have to see. Did she have a lot of loose skin? I don't really see that on her. But I just wonder what else she's needing done. I know she also said something about a butt lift too. So maybe she just needs things tightened and lifted. But like I said, if it was something that I ain't had in a minute, and them lights is off, okay, give it here. Give it here. But Bradley is feeling some type of way about her weight. I know that is going to, he probably is eventually going to end up saying it to her. And I know that's going to hurt her feelings. That is going to truly hurt her feelings. All right, then we got Brooke. Brooke is meeting JK's mama. Okay, they meet up because they going to go pick up her man. They going to meet up down to the Fairfield. And they had a single room child with no double beds. I said, why that girl at that desk playing? I would have been like, y'all got a double bed available. It's the same price. Okay, let me in that room. So they in this room, and I know the Fairfield when I see it because I stayed in the Fairfield for a long time when I was on mission. Y'all, I done stayed at the Courtyard for about a year, 2 years. I stayed at the Fairfield for a good 7 months. So I'm very well aware of the Fairfield surroundings. I said, yep, that's the Fairfield. So They stand at the Fairfield. And immediately I kind of clocked that the mama really don't care too much for Brooke. I clocked it almost as soon as she walked in the door. But the mama love her baby. Okay, she love JK, so she gonna deal with Brooke because JK like Brooke right now. Brooke already talking about having babies, and the mama is just kind of looking like, I'm just my son. I mean, I hear you. Okay, he seems to like you well enough, but I want my son to really focus on his life. I want him to focus on getting himself back together. The mama was really hurt by the things that she has been through. Excuse me, y'all. I was talking to somebody over here, not y'all. But the mama is really hurt by the things that she has had to go through and experience with JK and all of his foolishness and going and back and forth to jail. And she just really hoping he can get on the straight and narrow. And the only way for him to really do that is for him to be completely focused. So she kind of tries to convey that to Brooke. Actually, she pretty much says it, like he needs to be focused. He needs to really take things slow. He needs to take it one day at a time. He don't need to be rushing into nothing. And Brooke is just kind of looking at her like, child, I'm trying to get pregnant soon as this man get back. Soon as he walk in the door, pregnancy is what I'm trying to do. And I'm just shaking my head, child, because ain't nobody talked about no testing. They just gonna go ahead and have the relations. So they end up going to bed and waking up the next day, of course, to go get JK. And I forgot to add a little tidbit. So she asked the mama, so it's about your son. Is JK still a hoe, or has he straightened up, or what are you? And I'm just like, how you gonna ask somebody, mama, is he still a hoe? The mom pretty much says that JK ain't never had no problem getting no woman. So that's a yes. And to me, it sounds like the mama said, well, he's a reformed hoe. And he never had no problem getting no girlfriend. As a matter of fact, he got more women now when he was in jail than he did when he was out. So Ashley gets brought up and she says, I liked Ashley. Ashley was really there for him. She really was supportive of him. She was going to see him all the time. And I still have a relationship with Ashley. She calls me. We still communicate. And Brooke is just looking like, oh, I mean, I ain't communicating with the mama. I got the op living with me, but I ain't been communicating with mama like that. And so that let me know even further that the mama don't mess with you, because she just told you about another girl that he used to be with. Y'all know his family's like that. And I see, I don't like to deal with the family that's still holding on to an ex, because baby, they are not about to like you. All right. If you got one of them mamas that say, whatever happened to the girl that you used to, she ain't gonna like you. All right. So Brooke, baby, I don't know if you clocking all this information, but the odds is really more so in Alex's favor than they are in yours, at least when it comes to the family. But we'll see when it comes to JK. And she talk about Alex better not be at this jail when I get out here. What you gonna do? What are you gonna do? You gonna fight? What y'all might as well share. Okay. Don't have no kids with this man. Let him get himself right. But y'all get that. You ain't learned, Brooke. You got 2 baby daddies that's not around. Come on now. Oh, let me calm down. I said I wasn't going to get my blood pressure up for this show. I said I wasn't going to do it. Joey and Michael, again, not too much. Joey and Michael are, Joey's going to get his man. And Michael, who is not done using, unfortunately. Okay, so let's just cut right to it. They pick each other up, and after they give each other hugs and kisses, he changes his clothes. He gets his cell phone and finds out that the numbers are gone out the cell phone. And so Joey says, well, me and your mom, we just went ahead and cleared that phone out. And Michael want to know why y'all do that. Why y'all playing with me? Joey want to know what you need numbers in that cell phone anyway. The only number you need is me and your mama's. And maybe a couple other people. But you don't need to be linking up with them people that you was with before, because self-explanatory. Those are the people that got you landed you in the trouble that you found yourself in. Or at least they don't help you not get in no trouble, right? So Michael tells the cameras that he just waiting on his opportunity, to get alone so he can do a little something. And of course, production, they messy. So they say, what you mean? What you trying to do? What you mean you trying to get along by yourself? Well, what you trying to do? He ain't trying to read a book, y'all. Michael said he trying to use. Okay, he trying to get it done. And a lot of people would probably ask, well, if you've been clean all this time, well, that's the thing about prison, especially a state prison. You're not clean all that time. My uncle, God rest his soul, used to tell us whenever he got out, I got it faster in there than I ever got it on the street. So you never really clean. You might be putting some weight on because you actually eating 3 square meals a day at a certain time and, working out and all of that. But you still, a lot of those people are still using even in jail. So Michael probably was using in jail. Maybe not as often as he could on the street, but he might have still been using. And he ready to get it, he ready to get it going. And this is exactly what Joey was worried about. This is exactly what Joey's family was worried about. And unfortunately, they were right. Now, he does want to get a loan. So, maybe that does speak to the fact that he doesn't want Joey to fall off the wagon, but it also speaks to the fact that he don't want to get found out. He want to do his dirt in secret. And so if you're already starting off the relationship like that, then we already know how this is probably going to end up for the two of them. All right, we got 2 more to go, y'all. 2 more to go. All right, I have my papers. So Alexis goes to get her man. What's his name? Julius. So while she, hot and ready to go get her man, somebody else hot and ready to get her man too, and that's Ashley. All right, that's they man. That's our man. So Ashley is at the store. She trying on the dinosaur heads and looking at party favors and handcuffs because she definitely ready to get it up. She said Julius got big feet and he tall, so she already know that D is gonna be. I said, y'all, oh my God. So her friends are there, and I'm thinking to myself now, it's got to be one in this group that's got some sense, because there's always one. And I was happy to discover that just about all of them got some sense. Okay, everybody let their voice be heard, that they not really for this relationship. They're for Ashley. And they're for Ashley being happy, y'all. The friend with the straight face, I said, shit, that I know that face. That face is, I'm not finna say nothing to this girl. I ain't saying shit. I ain't saying nothing. That's the same face I make every now and then. Like, I ain't, because she ain't about to get no rise out of me. So all the friends pretty much are vocal about the fact that we want you to be happy, but we want you to be careful. Like, this need to be real. Ashley already talking about getting pregnant. She looked pregnant now. I thought the girl was pregnant now. That outfit don't fit. The buttons were screaming, take it off. Get something that fit. Get you some clothes. Get 2 sizes up. I need you to go up 2 more sizes. Ain't nothing wrong with getting in that plus size. I got a couple of 1X's around the house myself. I'm telling you, listen, get the size that fit Ashley. So the friends are just telling her, like, we need marriage before babies. We don't want to do all of this. It need to be real this time. The friends already know what's up. They already know. They just there to support their stupid ass friend, child. They gonna do what they can. She ain't heard from him yet. She waiting to get the phone call so she can go out there and, be with her man and do the things and talk to him. So she don't know nothing. The friends realize you don't even know what time or nothing. He ain't let you know anything. And so that let me know the friends is already clocking that this situation wasn't right. Well, the reason why Julius ain't called her yet is because he first got to get with the bottom B. Okay, the bottom B is Alexis. Alexis, the one that been putting a little money on the books. Alexis is the one with the brand new cell phone that he used to call Ashley on when he got it in his hand. So Alexis goes to pick up her man. She think it's just gonna be her and him, the homies show up. So she got an attitude, because why is they here? I thought it was gonna just be me and my man. No, it's not gonna be me, you and your man. It's gonna be you, your man, and his 2 homeboys that's already ready to turn up. They already talking about drinking. They already talking about all the stuff they gonna do. Julius run up out of there, and I mean, I can see why women would be intrigued with a Julius, because he does have a certain look, but he got some shifty eyes. He got some very shifty eyes. I didn't like what his eyes was doing during the episode. But Julius also tells us his story. He's been in and out, which we know. I mean, not in and out, sorry. Michael was the one that's being in and out, and JK. But as far as him, he sold to a confidential informant, got himself in a lot of trouble. He been in jail during this time, and him and Alexis have been together this whole time. Alexis been holding it down. So she get out there, she hug her man, she say she can't wait to be with him. He wants to lead, and what is he leading, baby? What is he leading fresh out the penitentiary? The homies? She's happy he wants to do all of the things, and she's just excited to be there with her man. She give him the phone, and the homie's like, roll with us to breakfast, dog. We ain't been together in a while. We ain't kicked it. He gonna get him a little liquor, and Alexis is looking like, why are you going with them? And he said, look, we gonna ride home together this whole time. Like, let me go kick it with my mans and them. So he go on off with his boys, and she in the car with attitude talking about, you need to support the people who support you. You need to be there for the people who are there for you. Alexis, baby, I would suggest you take your own advice. You be there for the people who are there for you, which is at your home. Go back home and be there with them people, not this man. Take your advice, because he about to embarrass you very quick. I mean, as soon as you gave him the phone, he called it up. Boy, I tell you, you'll give a nigga your last tooth. And he'll do what? Use it to smile in another woman's face. I can't take credit for that saying, y'all. I heard a girl say it on Facebook, but I really enjoyed it. And I'll say it as much as I can. But yeah, he about to call Ashley, and we're going to see the results of that next week. All right, and lastly, we get introduced to a brand new fool. All right, her name is Brooklyn. Brooklyn is with Brian, who has done 6 years. Ask me how long their relationship has been. It's been 6 years. Yes, ding, 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 you are correct. If you thought 6 years, it was. So Brian is in jail for robbery. And first, hold on, I'm moving too fast. Brooklyn, let me start with her. Cute girl, 27 years old. She's a cheer coach. She said that her and Brian used to flirt around in high school, around 9th grade. She put little kisses on them, but they wasn't official back then. They just had a very flirtatious relationship. They decided to make it official after Brandon got charges that he was going to be locked up for 6 years, and he had a friend reach out to her and say, I didn't know you was even wanting me like that. But now that I know, now is the time that I want to make it official with you, now that I'm about to go to jail for 6 years. And Brooklyn was foolish enough to say yes. My ladies, please. So Brooklyn about to be with this man. All right. So Brooklyn meet up with her siblings. Were all of them her siblings or just the guy? I know the guy was her brother. Were they cousins? Do they have the same father and maybe not the same mother? Because I was under the impression that her and the brother did have the same mom. And if the other girls that was at the table were siblings as well, which I think they were, then maybe that's the kids of the daddy, but not necessarily the mama, because Brooklyn's mom died when she was about 10 days old. She had complained of a headache, ended up having an aneurysm. They sued the hospital. So Brooklyn, and I want to say her brother as well, if I'm not mistaken. I could be mistaken about that. But Brooklyn definitely has money. She has a trust fund available to her. So she's doing well. So the brother addresses his concerns with Brooklyn, and rightfully so. There's always somebody that makes some sense, and it was the brother, right? The girls, they were supporting Brooklyn's foolishness, but them her little sisters, I think they were sisters. Them her little sisters, so they don't know no better yet. They frontal lobe probably ain't there yet. But that brother was talking sense. The brother was just like, you need to make sure that he's right for you. Like, I just want to make sure everything's kosher. Like, where's he gonna live? Is he moving in with you? Y'all say y'all been together for 6 years, and I just heard about bruh 3 months ago. So I'm trying to figure out what's going on. Brooklyn is getting more and more irritated with her brother, but her brother ain't telling no lies. Tells her, look, everything ain't about money. I understand that, but I'm just saying he might move in with you, and then what? He ain't doing nothing. He just spending your money. What about you? What are you ready to do? Like, what is he going to do for you? And Brooklyn is just like, he's ready to be my man. Like, I want to be with him. I'm going to have children with him. And the brother looking around like, this is crazy. He thinks she moving a little bit too fast. And the little sisters is like, but why? I think he is going to be there for her. He is going to support her. And the brother is just like, this ain't no fairy tale. And the sister said, well, why can't it be? And he said, if it was a fairy tale, he wouldn't have went to jail. I said, come on, brother. Come on, brother. See, I love like a straight shooter, all facts, none of that mixing around. I love it so much. I appreciate it so much. I love people that just say it like it is, and whatever your hurt feelings are, we will address those later. And Brooklyn was irritated. Brooklyn do one thing that I don't like that girls do. Immediately she go out to call her man and tell her everything that her people saying about her man. And then in a couple months, you going to be wanting them to get along. So Brian is just like, oh, no, it ain't none of that. Like, what's your biggest fear? Boy, I said, do you love me? And are you going to be there for me? We ain't talking about no biggest fear. It is at that time that Brooklyn lets us know that they have been faithful their entire relationship. I guess it might be hard for you, Brooklyn, but I guess it ain't hard to do when you locked in and you ain't got no women to be hollering at. Although a lot of things can happen. Because at one point, he was talking to some girl out in Jersey that she knew about, and they was kicking it for a minute, but all that's over. We lead with a lot of honesty in this relationship, and when she get back in there, she tell her brother, look, I know a lot of guys in jail do a lot of things and they mishandle these women, but I'm telling you right now, my man ain't one of those, all right? My man is coming home and he gonna do right by me. The brother is just like, I hope you right, but my opinion don't change. So now she mad at her brother. She talking about, well, why you trying to implement stuff in my life and you not trying to implement what I'm telling you? What kind of implementation are you doing? Are y'all starting a new computer system? What are you implementing, Brooklyn? He got his opinion, and it don't matter what you say, his opinion is going to stand. That's what he's letting you know. You have your viewpoint of your man, and it doesn't matter what he say. Your opinion is going to stand. Y'all just disagree. So trying to get him to understand your point of view and trying to change his mind about what he's saying when it comes to your situation, he's not going to do it. You want him to agree with you, or at least somewhat agree with you, and he telling you no. That's basically the end of that. Like the brother said, we gonna see. Okay, famous last words. We are gonna see. Because it's mighty funny to me that he decided he finally wanted to be serious with you when he was going into jail, which looked like he was probably about 21 when he went. Now he's 27. This man has spent most of his young adult life in jail. So what do you think he gonna be ready to do when he get out? Like the brother said, we gonna see. So yeah, y'all done talked me home. I'm about to go in here and get these screenshots and things up and put this video out for y'all. What did y'all think about the episode? What did you think about the new foolish person on the docket, Brooklyn? Did you like her brother? I loved her brother. I really did. But y'all like, comment, and subscribe. I'll see y'all next week. Well, this week for the rest of the foolery.